Oh, what's up? Oh, what's up?
Yo, what up? It's Samaj back in another video, and today we're about to be reacting to 10 crimes that were solved in documentaries.
Any prosecutor can convict a guilty man. It takes a great prosecutor to convict an innocent man.
Errol Morris's groundbreaking 1988 documentary didn't just investigate a crime, it directly intervened to correct a profound injustice. The film meticulously re-examined the November 1976 murder of Dallas, Texas police officer Robert W. Wood, for which Randall Dale Adams had been wrongly convicted and sentenced to death. Through extensive interviews with Adams, the actual killer, David Harris, and key witnesses, Morris systematically dismantled the prosecution's case.
He's talking about how he's going to kill you.
He exposed numerous inconsistencies, coerced confessions, and dubious testimonies that had led to Adams' conviction. The film's powerful narrative made it abundantly clear that Adams was innocent and that Harris was the true culprit. Not long after the film's release, Adams' conviction was overturned and he was released from prison.
Well, what do you think about whether or not he's innocent?
I'm sure he is.
How can you be sure?
'Cause I'm the one that knows.
The Paradise Lost trilogy.
Oh, that's crazy. That is crazy how literally like they just really just be convicting anybody to try to make the public happy, or just try to fill their own pockets with a promotion. And it's crazy how one guy could literally fucking put a hole in all of those plans, and the justice system does not see what the fuck is wrong. Like, how did y'all not see all the like faultiness in that evidence? Y'all supposed to be the professionals. Like, come on now.
Do you feel that the people that did this were worshiping
Satan? Yes, I do.
why?
And just look at the freaks. I mean, just look at them. They look like punks.
The chilling 1993 murders of three 8-year-old boys in West Memphis, Arkansas, led to what became one of America's most infamous miscarriages of justice. The documentary exposed the satanic panic that gripped the community, showcasing how the boys, perceived as outsiders and dabblers in heavy metal, were railroaded by a justice system eager for quick convictions.
Satanic panic. Yeah, that's a scary thing. But it's a scarier thing to convict someone with no evidence.
The subsequent films continued to follow the case as new DNA evidence emerged, galvanizing public support and attracting celebrity advocates. This sustained media attention and the new DNA testing it helped fund ultimately led to the West Memphis 3's release on August 19, 2011.
Mention of their innocence.
I feel like these niggas are always blaming like music or like alternative music. Of course, it's not my cup of tea or anything, but like you blaming that on like metal or alternative rock just because they look like they can do all of that doesn't mean they can do all of that. And like the public going along with that shit and talking about like, oh, just because they're different and weird doesn't mean they could have did that horrible shit, bro.
Murder on a Sunday morning. In 2000, a terrifying incident in Jacksonville, Florida saw an elderly tourist, Marianne Stevens, fatally attacked.
The article said that a 15-year-old black kid had shot and murdered a white tourist, and that he had confessed. And if true, that appeared to be the end of the story.
Police quickly apprehended a 15-year-old black teenager named Brenton Butler, who was walking near the scene. Murder on a Sunday morning meticulously documented Butler's coerced confession, extracted after 12 hours of intense questioning by without his parents or legal representation present.
Wouldn't it be relatively...
That's fucking illegal, bro. Like, bro, it's a minor, and you're literally grilling him, and it had nothing to do with it, but it just probably like have to do something with it because he's black. Just because like some description, they were like they racist today, but like they were really racist back then.
simple to go out and ask his parents, was he home?
Yes, sir.
Did you do that?
No, I didn't.
Crucially, the documentary followed
Wow.
tenacious public defense attorney Patrick McGinnis as he skillfully dismantled the prosecution's flimsy case. The cameras in the courtroom provided an unvarnished look at the proceedings, culminating in a dramatic and emotional acquittal for Brenton Butler on November 21st, 2000.
Verdict as to count 1. We, the jury, find the defendant not guilty.
Please, everyone.
See, all it takes is literally one person like having those thoughts of just like not believing what the fuck is going on and like the cruel injustice of what's going on, and that could just save a whole life out of prison. innocent life out of prison.
Please maintain decorum in the courtroom. Thank you.
The staircase.
What's wrong? My wife had an accident. She's still breathing. What kind of accident? She's down on the stairs. She's still breathing. Please come.
Is she conscious?
What?
Is she conscious?
No, she's not conscious.
When Kathleen Peterson was found dead at
I'm sorry, side note, that's so fucking annoying. I know that's like a damn 911 call representative like thing to do, but like, come on, just get the address and get there as fast as you can because those moments are fucking crucial.
the bottom of a staircase in her Durham, North Carolina home on December 9, 2001, her husband, novelist Michael Peterson, claimed she fell. The ensuing murder trial captivated the nation, and Jean-Xavier de Lestrade, the Oscar-winning director behind Murder on a Sunday Morning, was behind the camera.
It's just like yesterday. It's just as alive to me, and I love her as much today as I did 10 years ago.
Mississippi cold case.
You know, David, when you first...
That really fucking sucks. I don't know what they even say about that case, but shit, I don't even know whether to see if he did it or not. Alfred's plea was just kind of you just in the middle.
got involved in it, were you just hoping to shed light on the story and give these men, you know, justice, or were you expecting the case to be solved?
The depths of racial hatred and injustice during the Civil Rights era was brutally exposed in the horrific 1964 abduction and murder of two black teenagers, Charles Eddie Moore and Henry D., in Meadville, Franklin County, Mississippi. Mississippi cold case spearheaded by investigative journalist Jerry Mitchell and Canadian filmmaker David Ridgen meticulously pierced together the events of May 2nd, suspected by the FBI but never charged. In June 2007, Seal was arrested, tried, and ultimately convicted of 2 counts of kidnapping and 1 count of conspiracy to commit murder, receiving 3 life sentences, finally bringing closure to the victims' families over 40 years after the heinous crime.
And I knew that
God damn, that nigga was still alive after all of that. I mean, I'm glad he got convicted because, like, bro, it's still like cold cases people are working on right now, and that shit just gets literally ignored, and it takes a long time to solve. But like, damn,
built myself a living jail, you know, the hate and anger. And once I realized that I could forgive him.
The Jinx.
For the record, tell the ladies and gentlemen of the jury your name.
Robert Durst.
This HBO miniseries explored the bizarre and chilling life of real estate heir Robert Durst, a man connected to 3 suspicious deaths over 3 decades. The series meticulously presented existing evidence, unearthed new details, and built a compelling case against Durst across all 3 crimes. The climax, however, was truly unforgettable.
What the hell are you doing? Kill them all. Of course.
His shocking hot mic confession, combined with the newly discovered evidence that the filmmakers presented to authorities, directly led to Durst.
Fucking idiot. Why would you just mumble that? Kill them all. Bro, these people are fucking idiots. Like, you almost get away with that by the end of your life, and you just fucking up that bad. But I'm glad he got convicted, of course. But you're stupid.
Its arrest for Susan Berman's murder on the eve of the documentary's final episode. It culminated in Durst's conviction on September 17, 2021, and subsequent life sentence without parole. He died in prison in January 2022.
Good.
2 years later, HBO aired a second season. In 1969, the mysterious murder of Sister Kathy Sesnick, a beloved nun and English teacher at Archbishop Keough High School in Baltimore, Maryland, sent shockwaves through the community and remained unsolved for nearly 50 years. The Keepers followed former students of Sister Kathy, notably Gemma Hoskins and Abby Fitzgerald, now grown women, as they relentlessly pursued justice for their teacher.
This is not Abby and Gemma sitting at a table being detectives or playing Clue. It's wrong. It's wrong what's happened, but they're still unsolved. We need justice for Kathy Sesnick and Joyce Malecki.
Believing her disappearance on November 7, 1969, and the discovery of her body on January 2, 1970 was connected to a widespread pattern of sexual abuse by priests and staff at the school. The documentary exposed horrific allegations of systemic abuse within the Catholic Archdiocese of Baltimore, specifically implicating Father Joseph Mass.
This is crazy. These are supposed to be like holy places too, and all of this shit goes on. This is why like some of these churches and religions just got like bad reps because they're still horrible people among them.
Gell and others.
When you take a look at where she lived and where she was found, it's just too many coincidences.
Surviving R. Kelly. The world had whispered about R. Kelly's predatory behavior for decades.
Yo, I didn't even know this was going to be speaked upon. Wait, know what? I had a feeling probably because when Surviving R. Kelly came out, this shit was crazy.
But it was Lifetime's 6-part documentary series that finally ripped away the veil of celebrity.
He was a hero.
Robert, how do you feel? Was it you on the tape?
The
Wait, hero and pedo kind of rhyme.
series courageously brought together multiple women, including Jerhonda Pace and Lisa Van Allen, who bravely shared their harrowing accounts of abuse, manipulation, and coercion at the hands of the Grammy-winning singer. The public outrage that followed was immense, sparking widespread #MuteRKelly campaigns and reigniting legal investigations that had stalled for years.
I met Aaliyah once at the studio at CRC. At that point,
I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't even born around that time, but this shit really kind of pissed me the fuck off. Like, you let this nigga get married to a 15-year-old, dude? Oh my God. Like, their parent, you had to believe their parents was on to that. Like, it's just too much shit that just went back, what kind of went by back then, and shit still kind of happens today.
didn't see anything unusual, except a producer working with an artist.
Within months of the documentary's release, R. Kelly was arrested on multiple federal and state charges, culminating in his conviction for racketeering and trafficking in Brooklyn, New York on September 27, 2021, and further convictions in Chicago, Illinois on September 14, 2022.
There's a difference between R. Kelly and Robert. R. Kelly is this fun, laughing, loving guy. But Robert is the devil.
Who killed Malcolm X?
Oh, hell no. They said this nigga got 2 personalities and shit.
What you're saying is that the FBI has in its records, and indeed all along did, a narrative that would exonerate you.
Oh, yes. More than half a century after the assassination of civil rights icon Malcolm X on February 21, 1965, at the Audubon Ballroom in New York City, the question of who truly pulled the trigger remained fraught with controversy, particularly regarding the guilt of 2 of the convicted men, Muhammad Aziz and Khalil Islam. The series didn't just question the original trial. It presented compelling arguments about prosecutorial misconduct and the failure of both the FBI and the NYPD to disclose critical exculpatory evidence.
Why would you leave a piece of evidence like that all those years it had been down there in the basement?
In a stunning development on November 18, 2021, Aziz and Islam were officially exonerated by DA Cyrus Vance Jr., who acknowledged that errors were made and that their convictions violated their constitutional rights.
If a branch is not getting enough light, it will bend and twist and do whatever it has to do to get light. And people should do the same thing, but they often don't.
Something's eventually going to come to light, and they're going to shine a light on that. DNA evidence has really gotten better.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe on notifications.
Feel
notified for occasional videos, or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into
feels that it's the case that they want solved before they die.
The chilling moniker Golden State Killer became synonymous with a reign of terror that spanned California from the mid-1970s to the mid-1980s. HBO's docuseries, based on the unfinished posthumously published book by true crime author Michelle McNamara, brought the decades-old case back into the national consciousness with unprecedented urgency.
Part of the thrill of the game for him, I believe, was a kind of connect-the-dots puzzle he played with people. You may not think you have something in common with your neighbor, but you do.
McNamara, who tragically passed away in April 2016, before completing her manuscript, dedicated years to obsessively researching the assailant. It was in April 2018, just 2 months after the documentary's book publication and before the series premiere, that police used revolutionary genetic genealogy to identify and arrest Joseph James DeAngelo, a former police officer. DeAngelo was an
That's fucking crazy. It was just one of their own too. I'm surprised nobody kind of figured that out with literally the ins and outs. It's like a fucking episode of fucking Dexter. And when they had to figure that shit out, it was one of their own. But like, you would just never figure that out until it's too late. But nowadays, it kind of happens a lot.
Other crimes on August 21st, 2020.
After 4 decades of searching for this guy,
it came down to testing a piece of tissue from his trash can outside. It was a 100% match to the Golden State Killers.
This is crazy. It's crazy how like documentaries and just any other stuff or like independent stuff could just literally give investigators a lead on something. And like this DNA and, you know, all this other genealogy DNA and all those other ancestry.com online that could just literally connect you to somebody and solve like a 50-year-old case. It just literally fucking amazes me still. This is why I'm like a true crime fan, my nigga. It's sad at the same time, but like it leaves you amazed. But hey, if you guys want to see me react to some more true crime stuff, just like and subscribe. We on the road to 200. But catch you guys later.